Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, Hooked Gamer here. Thank you for joining me in this episode. I am actually very excited for it because in addition to our fleet, right, I'm actually building, I think I'm building another one of them because, I mean, look at this, the damage. I looked at it afterwards and like, this is insane. This guy can deal some damage, right? So obviously there's another one coming out. But as I was updating the modes, okay, I actually stumbled upon another one, which you can find updated in my in the description below, with the download links. Okay, so I've added those just so you guys can. It actually helps me as well because I can then easily go back and check for updates. So it's just something that I needed to sort out anyway. Otherwise, it takes me far too long to update the modes and to kind of keep on top of them, if that makes sense. Now, the Bismarck class. Okay, so we're waiting for that guy to come out. You can see the you can see the requirements. I mean, it is quite insane, but yeah, I'm kind of excited to see. So I think we're getting 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we are. Okay. Do not know. Oh yeah, okay. Ship modification, advanced, whatever, naval guns with high explosive. Okay. So let's see. The hit points are actually quite good. The damage per second somehow is quite low, but comparing it to a dreadnought, yeah, you can see 220, and the base damage for this guy is 81. So that's quite strange. But anyway, so the guy that designed the mod, let me just show you. So somehow this is now working. Warehouse in range. Oh yes, okay. I've just turned off the icons because there are so many. Okay, so yeah, so the guy that designed the world warships was on Reddit basically, and I've said that the you know, the coastline has kind of disappeared or whatever. So he kind of mentioned that there is, within the file of his mod, it can be modified. Now you know, I'm really kind of starting to learn about the mods. I definitely am not a modder to change that, so I won't be able to do that in any shape or form. So we kind of need to leave it the way it is, I guess. I think we have an item for fisheries. This girl. Yeah.
Ship constructed.
She wouldn't be too bad because we can then get tallow, which we'll need. But anyway, so these guys are out. Look at them. So these are Queen Ship, whatever that's called. Oh wow, okay. So that's usable, and that's a Wagner superheater boiler. Right. Ooh, okay. It's a usable as well. Okay, so both usable. Too shiny or something? I don't know. But yeah, they're nice. I mean, they're nice. They're just very yeah, kind of ovalish, if that makes sense. But yeah, no, they're nice nevertheless. I like them. So that's 2 of them. Let's just put items under them. Can we move those things? We can. So this thing and this thing. So what does that give us? Only 187, so that's okay. Damage per shot 1000. Okay. So comparing to the big guy here.
Battle deck to attention.
Okay, damage per shot 7. Okay, so he would delete, I think, one of those guys in just one shot, I think. But I guess we cannot be certain until we try those. Not mad about those, to be honest. And the speed of them is 8. So then torpedo. Okay, how far? Oh wow. Okay. Well, I think I might change my mind. I mean, what? Actually, what the hell? I mean, there's no way. Okay, well, let's give that a shot. So we'll go here in between those guys. Okay. You can see it coming. Okay, I've changed my mind. This is actually so cool. Oh my god, yeah. Okay, I've changed my mind. That's actually insane. Yeah, okay. So this is a 500 only. Okay. But it deals more damage to metal hulled ships.
Are we still fighting?
Yeah, that's fine.
We need some perspective.
So they're getting repaired, but they can get repairs here amongst the repairers. But let's just see what's this about. So I've this on. So 40%. Right, okay. So 11.2. I guess for maneuvering and things wouldn't be too bad. You know?
Flagship ready for orders.
Just break the formation. Off you go. Yeah, well, they're not they're not too fast, but yeah, no, let's just do it again. It's just so cool. So you can see it going. That's insane, guys. I mean, you can literally be just on the other side of and like their radius itself is not bad, but this is insane. It slows enemy ships for 2 minutes. 2.10. It's a bit of a strange one, but that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. I suppose that's not an item that we can get developed probably, or buy. Let's just take a look. Oh, it is, but it cannot be. Okay, it's just added it to the game, obviously, because it has to be, but it cannot be. So, what's this? Okay, some sort of okay. That's fine. So they've just joined our fleet. Let's just have them here.
New orders?
And with this, they almost go to 30k, so that's not bad at all. It's just obviously the damage per second is, I think, the lowest out of all of them. Yeah, this guy is quite surprising that he's got. I mean, it's such a big ship. I'm not saying she should be this much, but yeah, definitely stronger. I mean, even aircraft carrier is stronger. Anyway, guys, so that's our fleet ready to rock. We definitely want to be keep going with those ships because yeah, because Beryl is definitely getting stronger. Let me just show you here. I've given her another island. She is now at artisans here, as I was kept saying the other few episodes, I think. So now I'm just waiting for her to go to, like, obviously engineers and whatever, so she can go into steamships. Because look at the amount. She's got a lot of wooden ships, but wooden ships are no good to us. So that's what it is. And then you can see I've added a few more ships here, so that's good. That'll be helping us out. And obviously this island. Now we'll give her more, obviously, right? Because there's just much more to come. She can really have all of them. I don't need any of them at all. But it's just tricky because we don't want Bente, because Bente will be weaker. Although having said that, right, I've given her this island. She does well on it, you know. Look, she's got all the different things and whatever. Speaking of which, we're buying things here. And was it this island? No, it was not. It was this island. So look at this island, right? This island alone gives us almost 250. I mean, it kind of goes up and down all the time, obviously, like any island. But yeah, so we're doing well. You can see from her alone to almost 300, I guess. So not bad. I think the additional thing that we're getting is from... there is a festival happening in Crown Falls. Anyway, I want to get going in the Arctic, okay? So in the Arctic, what I want to be doing is to uncover the whole thing.
Give us time to turn.
So let me just do that quickly.
Begin the turn.
You will see the map
Falling up to speed.
basically slowly
Begin the turn.
uncovering from the fog of war. Okay, I've just queued up, okay, the whole thing. Now this is still the guy that we had on, originally, okay? The reason being is that we don't know who's here, who's not, and what's going on, okay? So this region is completely unexplored, completely forgotten. So I want to be...
John's log. Open it.
I want to be going, kind of get going here, okay? Unlock the things that we haven't unlocked. I think many previously had said, but this is so true. I mean, this region is, I think, the most...
This city is a magnet for genius.
Literally the most. If that makes sense. Well, my favorite, that's what I'm trying to say. It's literally one of my favorite. This can be gotten rid of. We don't mind any of those. This ship will go back to Cape Trelawney. Yep, and then we'll keep going here. Just quickly, we definitely want to be doing queuing up a few ships. So the cargo ships. So let's go 3 each, I guess. That'll give us 12. Okay guys, welcome to our time lapse. We are kicking off with the Arctic. So we are here on the King William Island, and I've decided just to kind of jump right into it without wasting too much time, because there's a lot to be done, okay? Because we have to go through the entire playthrough, entire story for the Arctic with finding John and whatnot. Anyway, I wanted to tell you guys that the modder contacted, well, was kind enough to leave a comment on Reddit and under the video about the mod, and when it comes to the actual harbor area and what we can do about it. So that's something that he's working on. So thank you very much for that. That's very helpful. I was able to actually sort it out eventually, not in this playthrough, but in the next one. So Studio Arc, big shout out. It's a great mod. I think we're all loving the ships. It's just such a new addition, so it's fantastic. It's fantastic work. Thank you very much for letting me know how to fix the harbor. So that's working. I will let you guys know. I guess it's in his videos as well if you want to check it out. It's basically all you need to do is to download the I mod your Anno software on GitHub, and once you do that and you go into the tweaks or tweakings, whatever they called it, within the app, and you click on his mode, okay, the World War ships, you can then see the option to actually increase the harbor area. So that's something that you'll see in the next video. I was able to sort it out. I will talk about it a bit more as well, so that's not a problem. If you wanna perhaps a bit more detail about it, just leave me a comment and I'll tell you how to. Anyhow, meantime, what's happening here, right, is that Beryl is dragging us into war all the time. She is, I don't know what's going on, but basically back and forth, and she's declaring war, and then immediately as she's declaring it with the pirates, she's then signing the contract, and then it leaves us really kind of hanging, right? Anyway, one thing I've noticed is that this must be a mod because I cannot remember this happening before. So the coastline, right, in the Arctic is completely flat. So you're able to actually place so many more buildings, right? So many coastal buildings that you wouldn't have otherwise before. So that was interesting. Okay, so I just want to say this, right? So with this amount of dreadnoughts, we were able obviously to defeat the dreadnought of Anne, but yeah, still she almost destroyed one of them. So anyway, so that's that. There is something else I wanted to say. So after the Arctic, after this episode here, basically I have finished off the playthrough of it, or the story of it, just because, you know, I'm sure everyone had seen it. Everyone, you know, this is an old DLC, so it's been repeated many times before. But what happened is that I then realized that, I guess I never really did it before, but I realized that there are some things that I kind of want to speed up. So I went ahead and started looking for additional mods that you could possibly get for an Arctic. Now, particularly, I was looking for one that would, you know, at the top where you have the expedition scrap or whatever, and it's all under the fog of war. I thought that I saw someone saying one time, whether it was on Reddit or somewhere, that they were able to uncover the entire that portion of the map, basically. So then you can just sweep ahead with your airships and just grab all of the scrap that you need, and that was it, instead of just keep looking for it, whatever, because it's so repetitive, so boring. So then I couldn't find it, really, honestly. I don't know where it is. If someone does know, if you could guys perhaps let me know, because I would love it. It's just because we kind of need few items, and for like the what you call it, the Arctic Lodge, whatever that's called, just to get some of the items from Nate, basically, so we can get them up and running for different productions and whatnot, and the actual people. So I'm delivering the construction material. This allows us to build the additional piers, some of the storage which just needed. And I actually realized, okay, I have never before built any defenses in the Arctic. It's just because of the harbor is so small, because of the storage is so small. It's it's just something that I've never done before. So I decided to place few, and you'll see it in the next episode. I was actually able to, because I was able to increase the harbor store capacity, or radius, or whatever you want to call it. I actually can place even more, if that makes sense, right? Because it just goes so far out. I can actually place more, so I'm gonna do it. There aren't too many guns that we can use, obviously just few, but still it'll be cool. It's just because we will have company in the Arctic, for sure, because Bente and Beryl aren't asleep. So in the meantime, all the different quests, just because I wasn't sure if they're part of the line, or one unlocks the other, or something like that. So that's the usual. Now I'm just setting up the routes, right, because we do need a lot of things here. I actually didn't realize how many until I went ahead and donned them all. So all of the caribou meat, and the schnapps, and motors, and dynamite. There's a lot of things that are needed in the Arctic. There's something else I was thinking about. So yeah, guys, thanks very much for your comments. There's definitely a lot of things that I have not checked out. There is a lot of buildings that I want to build in Cape Trelawney. A lot of the kind of, I think they're monuments and things like that. There's like a cathedral and different things. There's so many different things. Like the game, and especially if you download the mods, there's just so many of them. I mean, you know, that's why there are so many hours. You can spend hours, countless hours, and there always will be something to do in this game. I always found. And that's why often when I see, let's say, people on Reddit or elsewhere, they're saying that, or even in the comments, that they're saying that the game is quite overwhelming. Because there is a lot of things. Now, you can play it the way you want it, obviously, but it's still, there's a lot of things. Oh yeah, so I'm just finding out that Kumak now sells the scrap, which is fantastic because that helps us out. Now, the scrap replenishes very slowly. I think it's... I don't want to be lying, but I actually set up a route, right? One of the airships, one of the small airships goes back and forth, and every cycle he only brings one scrap, right? So I don't know how long that is, if it's every minute or something like that, but it's very, very slow in comparison to the other ones, which only makes sense obviously because it's like a premium item, but still. And then one other thing, okay, so after the episode with the ships, with the World War ships, now I actually had to look them up. So let's say some of the ships were from before World War, and then obviously developed kind of more during the war, obviously the first, and then some of them were actually made for the Second War as well. So it's kind of the span of 2 wars, if that makes sense. But I started reading about the Flower Corvette class, right? Or the Flower class Corvette. It's just something bothered me about it, because why, you know, it bothered me about why was it called Flower? It's just such a strange name for a ship. So thanks so much for leaving the comment about the Corvette, and to explain that basically because there's, or the reason why they're small, because they wanted to mass produce them in the same way, let's say, that the shipping or fishing boats would have been produced, etc., etc., and they would have been used as well for transporting the armies and whatever, but also they were actually used to combat the submarines, right? So anyway, but I was really kind of keen to find out or to learn how come they were called Flower. So then I found the information that the reason why they were called Flower class is because they were being named mostly after flowers, right? So there was one called I can't remember, Snowberry, and just different flowers, and then after towns, but it just makes, you know, you wouldn't call a ship Town Corvette or Town Class, it just wouldn't have this. So Flower Class is really what they went with, so it kind of made sense, I guess. But yeah, it was when I saw it the first time, it was quite I was quite intrigued with the name, but yeah, definitely very cool. Anyway, and then finally, if anyone has installed the mod, I definitely highly recommend it. But if you're having the same issue as I do in terms of the glitch for the advanced Steam shipyard, the modder has advised, or other guys advised as well, I saw it there on Reddit, that to use DirectX 11 instead of 12, okay? To be honest, I have never played Anno on 11, so I don't know in terms of quality how would that look like. I have still yet to test it out. But yeah, if you guys do, that's basically what the solution is. Now, he said he's working on it, but he's not quite sure what could be causing it, etc. But he'll try to figure it out. Which no, big kudos. That's fantastic. As I said, I think that's one of the best modes that I have seen for the game. There's a lot of buildings and whatever, but yeah, when it comes to ship, the level of detail and work is just really good. Very, very good. Now, one funny thing I wanted to say, right, that I think I actually thought about this episode, very honestly, for quite some time, because I kind of did mention it before, because I do like the Arctic and the theme and the way it's kind of soothing and everything. And to be honest, I actually wanted to do fully ASMR Arctic, if that makes sense, just with the music, just with the sounds and the ambience of it, and etc. But then I kind of decided, because it's just there's portion of this video is I'm talking and then whatever, so then I decided just to do the usual one. But I think I might do it just for a change, just something completely different. And as I say, with the Arctic, so there may be an episode where I'll do just ASMR without me saying anything or hardly anything, if that makes sense. Anyway, so we need just the production right now in the Arctic. So obviously the pemmican, the different things, because now they have been delivered. So we also will need the sleeping bags and the different things. I actually completely forgotten about the husky sleds and whatever. So that's something that I do not want to produce on this island, because I just kind of feel like it's a bit of a wasted space, especially that we do need the bear fur for investors. I do like that item. I don't want to be delivering it or getting it off of the docklands, because it can be easily kind of obtained here. So the husky sleds will go on one of the, as I call them, glaciers. So basically whatever, you know, the platforms that you need an airship for. So yeah, I think glaciers is really the way to go. Yeah, it's just, I kind of like them there, if that makes sense, because these areas are kind of needed for other things. So I'm just checking the production back and forth. Yeah, so I'm now just getting the goose feathers, because I do not want to do goose or geese, and then they can be just easily delivered. And then there's some quest from Beryl. So I wanted to say, right, so I'm kind of playing or letting the game develop, let's put it this way. I'm not really playing as such. If anything, I would, let's say, just develop items and make slight tweaks off of the camera, right? It's just because obviously there's a lot of things that have to be done, if you will, but you know, no one wants to watch it at the same time. So I've noticed, right, that Beryl isn't making that much of a progress in terms of progressing towards steamships. So I'm not quite sure. She's got so many actual wooden ships, but nothing in terms of steamships. So it's rather surprising. She is now at on one of the islands. She's now at engineer level, but yeah, still not much progress. But I think what I'm gonna do is that I'll just release all of the islands and I'll just settle whoever. So whether it's Bente or whatever, otherwise it'll be, because Beryl may be taking her sweet time, you know, when it comes to actually developing, and it's just hard to know if she will and when and whatever. So I think that's what I'll do. I kind of mentioned it before because I'm looking at it and it's hard to know. But maybe because there's just still so many kind of different buildings that I want to check out before we end up the series. So maybe before I do that, maybe I'll give them a chance to kind of see what they do, and then what we'll do in the end, we'll do like a big bang of a war, and then, you know, all the warships or whatever, I'm actually keep building them because I kind of want to have some of them in different regions, not just in one region, whatever. So yeah, it'll be good to do that. So yeah, mostly we're done here. I'm obviously, I'm also utilizing the charter routes. I think especially in regions like Mbeza or Arcs that they're kind of needed, because you don't really want to build ships especially for them, right? Maybe you would, but there are some things that you kind of wouldn't at the same time, because it feels like a bit of a waste in terms of, let's say, especially the way I'm playing with the items and whatever. That's the main thing, not the ship per se, but the items, let's say. So I'm just adding additional coffee because obviously the Arctic needs coffee, but in the end I actually will import it from Crown Falls, because that's where we're getting it through the Docklands. But because I'm taking some of it, I kind of wanted to replenish and just add an additional building basically to kind of have that to be in balance, if that makes sense. Then some of the things like, so I don't want to keep saying it, but yeah, I really wish there was a way to reduce the size of the, you know, because for some things it's ideal when it comes to the trade unions or Arctic Lodge in this scenario. But so I would love to have now one for the fish oil or the whale oil, but that's not possible because the other one is so large. But anyway, that's fine, we'll just get it on another island, so that's okay. Because we will need at least 3 islands of kind of nice size, right? They don't have to be very big, but we want kind of proper islands at the same time because of the bear fire. So I'm happy with the routes. You can see it's literally like a line, just up and down they go. But yeah, it's very cool. Right, and then just sorting out the routes. As you can see, I'm delivering stuff from the old world, the hot sauce, the modders, the rum, I think dynamite as well, but that's from the old world. There's something else, I'm sure. But yeah, and then I think in the end we were able to I think in the end we were able to develop almost all of them, or to a point where, how do I say this, you know, that we have developed all of the production chains, apart from maybe 1 or 2, which is the husky sled and something, the parkas, I think. But those 3 kind of need to delay, and in this episode especially, because I was looking for a mod that will allow us to perhaps have the people, or like a commuter pier basically on the glaciers, which I was able to find. Righty-ho, guys, so we're just delivering the ice breaching brigade to the ice bridge. And they need to detonate it, whatever, so that was it. It actually took me quite a bit because of the fact that, yeah, there's a lot of things that needs to be delivered and whatnot, so that's what it is. But the
Adventuring was never likely to
yeah,
be.
and they can be upgraded now, so that's lovely. And I think I don't know, but let's just go with this many.
New milestone.
Right. Now this gives us 90 right away. Then we can get rum, all of this. Okay. So we can actually get rum right away. Rum we got plenty of. And we need canned food as well. for them. 100 technicians. So let me quickly do this. Trade route from the New World to the Arctic.
Brigade, ready the charges.
Yeah. Oh! I forgot about the cutscene. I love it. Okay, I'm back to the trade route. That's funny. Okay, so we'll go with...
The expedition must have been really stubborn to venture up there. How far did they really expect to take those boats?
Where is that group? Oh yeah, it's here, okay. What's going on? Oh, I have no ships. I'm so stupid. Okay. That's better. Just need to rename it. New World Arctic. Perfect. I think there was more as well. Oh yeah, coffee. I can be delivering coffee to them. But which we already have from the other place, which is fine. Okay, and this is just waiting for the goose feathers, and that's it. And we already have 90. Perhaps let's just upgrade 2 more houses over here. Yeah, okay. So that just gave us this. It's a big shame that wasn't available. Big shame.
Your leadership.
Because that kind of upsets us here. Here and there. So let's get those guys out. Hard to know, but I think here be the best. It's a pity that they have such a big radius because I would have loved to have it here, but that's okay.
I lost all sensation in my hands long ago.
Yeah, so this is now just taking its people. Okay, so we need to get canned food next.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
Where is it? Perfect. And let's just go back over here quickly. And I want to make sure that we're blocking... Where is it? Canned food. Yeah, like 1,000. Otherwise it'll just be taking way too many out. Okay, so that's that. Our fleet is here. Yeah, that's a lot of ships.
Fleet ready?
Oh wow. Some of them radiuses are funny. That's a bit messy though. But you can see how quickly we went down. We had so many ships. Just for new region. But that should be it, right? We should be able to now access whatever this guy has. Oh no, we need a Boreas. Okay. Okay. So let's keep going. Into this little...
What does it take for a captain to abandon his ship? To cross the ice by foot? No ship, even an icebreaker, can carry us from here. Nor will we cover enough ground on foot.
You need a blooming airship, you do. Hey, what do you mean, borrow mine? Get out of it.
On our way.
And
Well,
now
not
we're
build
being
your own
told...
airships. You'll want to employ a lot of fast-pot suit stokes, so watch out.
We need a hangar.
I have no idea how expensive that will be, but here. I hope that's a start.
She's giving us the money. Now, I actually do not want, so let's just go here quickly. We're gonna buy this.
I'll put a lot of graft into things.
Skies clear.
Right, and then what we'll do is that we'll just get some of the materials, right? And we'll go to the old world basically, or the Arctic, sorry, to get the platform. The reason I want to do this is because I want the platform to be built on the one of the thingies. Where is it? You know what's it called? I was one of the glaciers. Yes, exactly here. I don't remember this being that way, unless it was. It's just, it looks much bigger than what I remember. Yeah, this one definitely is like that. This island is big. It's just if not only this mountain basically is kind of messing us up. Okay, and this guy is gonna be here, and then let's go to 3. And
What'll it be?
he'll just get some building materials. I can't remember what's needed already. But the usual. And I think... yeah, I think we have the rest, so that's fine. Let's go to the Arctic. It'll be a bit slow.
Clear.
Yeah, 7.6. But that's okay, we don't mind.
Ready for action.
Let's just check on progress for our good old Beryl. Yeah, she's doing well. Look, she's spreading the artisans everywhere. So this island is more or less kind of completed for her. How about here? Yeah, she's a lot of room, but you can see she's slowly expanding. But yeah, this is a massive island. We could give her perhaps this one. Kindness. So let's see. They always go for like the bigger or the biggest
Give us time to turn.
shoreline. Let's just see anything good here. No, nothing's good. We can donate it. Okay. Whatever we were doing, it's just they're all developed. I think I'll just keep going with this girl. So 6, and we'll go for 6. And then 6 of these. It's just because it's easy to forget, basically. So these guys, yeah, they'll be very quick, so we might as well just delete it. I kind of like this island. I like when there's a bit like this kind of sticking out. This is where I would have my fields, let's say. That's kind of the best. Oh, I think I have an island like this. Yeah, absolutely. This is where I have my grain in the other playthrough, and this is where I have my potato farm. Yeah, okay, interesting. Yeah, it's not a bad island. Let's just see how fast she'll settle. No, it has to be... what is it? Like one of them clippers or something. She never really settles with Ship of the Line. But it's interesting to see she has not upgraded to engineers yet. Very interesting. She's expanding slowly, like, but I guess maybe too slow. But she's got university now, so that's good. Yeah. And I don't know, this is... oh, hospital. Oh, okay. It's a big old building. Oh yeah, and a theater. Good. And there's another hospital. So those guys are here.
Firing the engines.
So there you have it, guys. Bente is coming. I was almost too late, but yes, we've managed. Okay, perfect.
Those poor your sailors.
So that's good. Obviously this guy will be now attacking everyone, but that's fine. We don't mind. He can just stay here until we are fine. Everything is clear. Yeah, and I think we should be good now. Quite honestly. I don't think she sends more than one ship. And she doesn't settle with those. I think we're good. Okay, so let's just see quickly what's going on here. I think for letters we might as well just open it up. For both. What else is there? Mescal we don't really care about for the moment. I might as well just upgrade this guy too. Because it's within the range of this, right? So you can see, I think just these guys aren't really covered that much, which is okay. It's a pity we cannot do this. I mean, if we...
Every man will be avenged.
Yeah, if we moved it over here, we'll probably get better coverage though. Yeah, let's do that. Like over here.
Ship under attack.
And then we can simply just have two of these guys. Right? Just makes sense, I think. I know this guy be just...
Loading stations. Ship under attack.
He's just being attacked by everyone.
Ship under attack.
And then he'll destroy barrels. We don't want barrels destroyed.
Ship under attack.
Can we speed her up? Very likely, yeah.
What a
Okay,
selfless,
that
you're
brings us to
positively
81.
positive.
Ship under attack.
Yeah, do you see now these guys will be going after
Ship
him.
under attack.
So we are going
Begin the turn.
back.
Ship under attack.
This guy will be,
Ship
yeah, he'll be
under
still
attack.
shooting as he goes, basically.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Obviously, he's just getting stronger as he decreases in health.
Ship
So
under
these
attack.
guys don't want to be really chasing him.
Loading stations.
So, I mean, that item is good and it's not, because obviously
ship
when
has
you want
returned
him
from
to
its
stop,
voyage.
he doesn't. So, that's the way it is. But we're being chased. Obviously, he'll
You
get
pirates may
destroyed,
not rule
but that's fine.
us, but we make them blood.
Where is Beryl? I think we can leave it for the moment. Because she's just not coming, it seems. Or if she is, it'll take much longer. Let's just see if she's sending any more. She isn't. Okay. Yeah, I think that's better. It's just a couple of these houses and two of these, and maybe a few of those that aren't covered. So that's lovely. Okay. And I think somehow the post here in the Arctic is working much more efficiently, I think. Yeah, we'll just need coffee at 750. So we need 750. Yeah, okay. So then dynamite, the motors and mescal. We're gonna bring it all, right? Because I don't want to be building too many houses if we don't need to, if that makes sense. So I think let's just do this, because then I'll know. Okay, guys. I just actually want to jump into another quick time lapse. This is just because I'm setting up the routes, as I've mentioned before, for the dynamite, for the different things. Just to have everything delivered. And I think I don't want to kind of cut this out either, because actually when it comes to the routes, when it comes to the setup, okay, it actually is one of, well, if not the most important thing in the game, or definitely one of, let's put it this way, right? But yeah, so there you have it. We have settled now on Seal Inlet. And I also want to build a hangar over there, but the hangar has to wait because we can get people over there. So it has to be built here for the moment for the story to continue. And then what we'll do is that we'll build another one on the actual glacier. So that's what's gonna happen. I also want to add a few more people here into this little kind of corner. It's just something that I just want to fully utilize when it comes to space, right? I don't want to kind of leave it off. Anyway, I'm looking at the island there because Beryl has settled, which is what we kind of want, and not the other lady. But at the same time, as I said, if she does, she does. So I've noticed the mod now provides an additional heaters, one utilizing the Arctic gas, which I guess if you have a lot of, especially now that you can produce it in the other regions, like in the New World from the Dong or whatever, you actually wouldn't mind, especially on the glaciers, because otherwise you kind of need to deliver it. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of in me because in vanilla version of the game, the gas is so hard to come by. You know, you're really kind of scraping it. You know, you're scraping the barrel just to get some of it. You know, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm kind of yeah, I'm kind of in the mindset that you kind of need to save it as much as possible. Anyway, so I finally set up a building supply guy that will just come around and deliver everything into all of the islands. Hugo offers us a piece, but we don't want it, and now we're developing slightly few more houses and making sure that they are have everything, I guess. But again, we do need to add more production. I'm just adding or blueprinting some of the I always forget their name. They're called not town halls but Arctic lodges. This is going to be for the bear for. As I say, I think the rest of it I'll just do in the background, let's put it this way. So she can develop and whatever, and I can develop the Arctic and then just get I want Arctic for the letters, right? For the ships, for the Arctic gas to unlock. Just because the ships then are much faster with the Arctic gas, and although we have it, it's just haven't properly unlocked. So really that's the problem. But that's that, and then we can... I think I should just keep at building ships all the time, to be honest.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Because we'll definitely need them. So I think I lay off the Bismarck one. I would like this one, it's just we have no filaments. But that's not an issue, they can be imported. Let's just get an export office. Requires adjacency. Yeah, so this is the problem. All of them are now messed up. So literally I cannot build anything.
Skies are clear.
Okay, this guy is gonna get some building materials. And this. And then let's go to Arctic and Seal Inlet.
You've always been a sharp one.
Oh, he's just here. Literally as I thought of it, he's just arrived. So that's perfect. Okay, so we can unload everything. And then there he is. Off he goes.
Ollia reporting in.
I think what I'm gonna do as well is just send him to kinship because I'm sure there'll be something else needed, so might as well. Yeah, perfect. We can add sleeping bags. And I'm sure something else. Okay. Guys, thank you very much for joining me in this episode. This was fun. I absolutely love Arctic. I think Arctic is just the music, the soothing snow, right? I think it's just amazing. Anyway, we go from there. Guys, take care of yourselves, okay? And stay hooked.
Now there's champagne. Don't drift off course. Worn fruit, has it?